Alright, there we go. Let's get into this. Hey, how's it going? And then just Dr. Sayed, as a reminder. Yeah, I was gonna ask. You beat me to it. I mean, we have obviously at our party, so that was fairly obvious, but alrighty. Doing better. Doing better. I think we're all good here. We all ready to go. Want to make up for missing yesterday, so that's unfortunate. But we'll make it work. What were you doing in P4? Dungeoning or side questing or just plain old suffering? All of the above. Let's see. We still need to catch one more Alakazam and defeat 10 of them. Alright. Let's get to it. Running for specific items for side quests. Oh, yeah. Fun. Alright. You're looking for one of them. Oh, yikes. Oh, of course. Yeah, whatever. Oh, I gotta, like, myself the control. Every weekend, like, the first couple of minutes, I'm kind of like, oh, God, I gotta, like, mentally, like, get myself back into the swing of the controls. 1 week away, and I feel like so rusty about this game. Like, like I said, I was clicking this, trying to pull up the Pokedex. Like, oh my God, and like, I'm just trying to, like, figure it out, and then you got, like, the start button being all the, then you're trying to swap around, and, oh, it's really weird compared to other games. It's kind of hard to jump from another game into this. Alright. Hello, buddy. Oh yeah, absolutely. But yeah, you get away. It's like, oh God. Oh, don't turn. Oh, bull crap. And yeah, that too. But even in general, I feel like this game is kind of weird. Even on Nintendo. Like, I don't know. Just the way the buttons are laid out is kind of odd. Are you kidding me? Oh, thank God, I actually hit it. Game, please. Oh, thank God, we caught it. I just got, like, stun locked between a Luxio and a Luxray while trying to throw the ball. I'm shocked it actually let me hit that thing. Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, it really is kind of weird, even compared to the other Pokemon games. But yeah, like I'm gonna be honest, I don't think it's the Nintendo controller. I don't have this problem with other games. It's just this one. Like, the way the bag is, like, tied to your arrow button, and your Pokedex is tied to a different arrow button, and then your map is this, and start is this, when start should be bringing, if anything, start should be what brings up your menu and your items, and this should be what brings up your Pokedex. Like, and then and then you can tie your map to pressing in one of the trigger buttons on your controller, which currently do nothing, might I add. Like, L3 and R3 literally do nothing in this game. I'm clicking both of them right now. They do nothing. Like, I don't know. It's just all around kind of funky. Alright, well, I think that was our last Alakazam catch, so now we have to knock out 10 of them. Which, to be fair, is less annoying than catching them, because we don't have to worry about the stupid Luxios and crap. We can just go in, hit it from behind, and just go to town on it. Back to the village. Oh yeah, you have to do recovers. Yeah, actually we may as well, because this is pointless to us. We'll do the fish real quick. Because the Alakazam will do it. I'm not too worried about the recovers, I'm gonna be honest. Let's be real, it's just the exact same the recovers are just the same as the mimics were. Just go against the Shinx, wait until it smacks me, use recover. Run away. And then hop back in until it hits me. It's just... the only slightly annoying thing about it is just that there's so many of them. When Mimic was 25, I gotta do 40 of these. Like, it's still not the end of the world. We'll get through it. Right, I think they're behind this. No, they're over here. They're not behind. They're in front. Right. This area? Fishies? Ah, there they are. Hi, fishies. Like, what am I doing? I don't need to... I don't need to catch any of these. Unless I hear sparkles. Alright, they're gone. Okay, simple enough. Easy peasy check. This one's very check. Very easy. And yeah, I do. I don't really need it. Like, I'm counting it more as a bonus. Like, we still have a Bastion Legion for the living dex. I'm not really worried about the gender forms right now, because that's gonna be a whole mess. Because not all of them are as obvious as that. Like, there's a lot of really... most of them aren't that obvious. Like, for example, Piloswine and Mamoswine both have gender variants, where the tusks are just mildly longer or shorter, depending on the gender. Same with something like Dawnfang, it has the exact same one. Yeah, Magikarp Whiskers. I think Gyarados also has something, probably, which I don't think is Whiskers. But yeah, they all have it. There's a good chunk of Pokemon like that. Then there's Eevee, which I think my Eevee in the living dex is female, which is very lucky. So that will stay the Eevee. I'll evolve the boy ones because they don't have gender differences. I do need to do some shiny hunting on stream at some point. We'll work out a day, and like maybe we'll just sit down and like grind. I mean, we've been wanting to do some what do you call them? Dynamax Adventures. Honestly, I'm gonna be. This is gonna be crazy of me to say. I'm genuinely tempted to start the decks over, like not like full on start it over, but like have a separate dex just for the stream. Where I keep track separately. So I could rehunt. So if I needed to, I could re-shiny hunt a few things on stream at the end. I don't know. It would be interesting. But the problem is right now, I would want to do it in a. I wouldn't want to do it in the setup I can do right now. So it's something we could consider for the future, where we just do a bunch of shiny hunting. Because right now, the main thing is I don't have access to DS, Game Boy, or 3DS on stream. And emulator doesn't cut it for me for shiny hunting. It's gotta be on actual hardware. Like, I don't know, it feels kind of pointless to have them on an emulator when you can't trade them out and you can't use it. I found so many I have so many shinies on Radical Red from in that original playthrough. Towards the end, I was money grinding at the end when I needed the $2 million. The $2 million for the various IV boosters. I literally started knocking out the shiny Meowths. I found 8 of them. I killed the last 4 purposely because I just didn't care anymore. They did nothing for me. They were in an emulator. There was 0 point to catching them. I already had 4 of them. So I just started killing them. Like, they're on a file that I'm never going to touch again. The shiny Swellow I got on the hardcore playthrough is actually going to be useful because the requirements for what do you call it? The requirements for the gym leader's gifts. I'm going for the Alakazam. The requirements for the gym leader's gifts are different in hardcore. They're a little because in the base game they either need to see like a Pokemon with a certain IV's total and a certain stat, or you need to have a Pokemon. Like you have to have an EV trained in a certain stat basically, and they'll give you the item. In hardcore specifically, Sabrina, I don't remember what was Sabrina in the base game. I can't remember what it was, but I remember that it was changed, and now you have to give her, you have to show her a shiny for her to give you the shiny charm in hardcore. Which conveniently, I found the shiny Tailo. So I'll just show her that. Wait, why did I throw a ball? Umbreon. Get it. Oh yeah, Alakazam also has a gender difference. Whiskers go different lengths. The boy ones have longer ones, and the females have like half as long ones. There's so many like that. I think Kadabra has the same one. So in reality, I would have to catch so many alternate shinies. But yeah, while we could do the living dex on stream, for the most part, without needing any other systems, like we could get through a very solid chunk of it just off the Switch alone. I don't shiny hunt. I don't count any shinies from Gen 9 that aren't from Gen 9. Like, I don't count anything. Any Pokemon that weren't... It's the same as Legends Arceus. If it wasn't introduced in this game, I don't count it. Because they're way too easy. So, that limits us significantly. Sword and Shield, I'm less... I don't care as much, because the shinies feel more earned in that game still. Mainly because the shiny hunting method in that game is so garbage that, for over 2 years... People didn't even know how it worked, and we're doing it wrong. And we're actually full-on shiny hunting. I remember shiny hunting a Nickit in that game. I got the first one relatively quickly, and I'm like, well, I want to clear out Route 1. So I'm going to go after it the second time right away. So basically, how people thought it worked was the Pokédex has a number knocked out tracker on it, basically. And people thought the way it worked was once you hit 500 knockouts, the Pokemon will from then on have a 1 in 512 chance of being shiny permanently. Well, that's true. They do. However, it only applies to the Pokemon that have the size variants. So the big ones or the small ones with the blue or the red swirlies around them. Those are the only ones they apply to, and it is and those Pokemon, even at that level, you might only see one every like 20 Pokemon you see, which makes the entire method completely valueless as a shiny hunter. Because at that point, you literally may as well just be doing full odds hunting because you have to check 20 of them to get one time. No, that's just standard wild Pokemon. The Raidmons don't have any boosts. The standard raids, anyways. The Dynamax Raid Adventures, they are 1 in 1. They are 1 in 300. Yes, they do. They do. They're just a lot less common than they were in Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. You have to start knocking them out for them to start popping up. They're also tied to the knockouts. But yeah, the way it's worded, everyone, it literally was worded to make it sound like that was how it worked, was it would just be a permanent boost to all Pokemon. People were like, oh, okay, well, it boosts the chance of finding the big and small ones, so it must also, that makes sense, and it says it also boosts the shiny chances, so I guess it does that too. No, what they don't say is that they're combined. The shiny chance is only applied to the ones that, to the other thing. And it's like, oh, that's so stupid. So what ended up happening was I ended up finding a shiny Wooloo after 100 encounters. So I'm like, oh, cool, this method isn't that bad. Yeah, it was sheer luck. It was 100% full odds. Then I went for a Rookie D. It took 700. I'm like, oh, whatever. That was a little longer, but it still seems okay. And then after that, it was like, well, it was... And then I did a Nickit, and the first Nickit took like 300 or 400, so I'm like, okay. So I'm having like very good luck with these. I had yet to go over odds on one. And then I went for the second Nickit right after the first Nickit, and it took 3,000 encounters. And it took 2.5 weeks. To be fair, in Sword and Shield, it is very easy to, it's very easy to do encounters. Like, I got through about 100 an hour. So it still took me about 30 hours. But yeah, if I'm going to be doing full odd shiny hunting, I would prefer to do it in an older game. Where the full odd shiny hunting feels more rewarding, and you have the cool, like, Harkle Soul Silver sprites or something to go along with it. Because let's be honest, no one cares to full odds hunt in the new games. Heck, I am fine with full odds hunting in this game, and Scarlet and Violet, because at least then, they don't feel quite as common. But the second you get the charm, everything goes out the window. And I mean, even this game, like, without the charm, how many shinies did we find before we met? How many shinies did we find that were not part of a match of being perfected? Like, it was a significant amount. We're still finding them unperfected. Oh yeah, you're right. Well, we haven't needed them yet. Give me 1 second. Perfect tracker. I gotta disable the other things, or just move them around is what I gotta do. Yay for some behind the scenes. That goes like over here somewhere. That goes down here. This. Over a bit. Don't worry, Braviary. You're slowly going down. It's fine. You'll be fine. Actually, no, you're over here. They're in this corner. And then we needed... this. Yeah. It's not the most symmetrical, but I don't really care. It gets the job done. Ow. I think I can, but then I have to like I have to create a whole nother scene. And like the DS one I have. I'd have to like make a whole separate one just for that, and it would be very annoying because I'd have to like reset up all my mic settings and all of the stuff basically a second time just for that. It's easier to just move them around real quick. Really, I could remove the Elden Ring one completely when we're doing Legends Arceus, but it fits in snugly there, so it may as well just stay. I will say our odds of playing the DLC are dwindling rapidly. But, eh. I'm not so addicted that that will disappoint me yet. But we'll see. Maybe oh, shit. Well, that was a waste of a trip. I completely, I was talking, and I had a complete brain fart. And I just went for the catch without thinking. Oh well. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I technically can do it. It's just, it's more. It would take more time than it's worth. What in the? Really? Literally every single one. Every single place. Wait, no, we can't do that because that's. If that was a massive one, I would go there. We'll do this one. There's the most stuff here that we still need. Hey, you have time for Zorwa later. We could do Zorwa on an Iceland's one where there's a chance for other things as well, like Bergmite. Because let's be honest, we haven't been getting very good luck out of those, and we need too much stuff from the other places. Alright. This one's pretty good. We have a Sneasel one that will mutate. We have a Berry Sneasel, and we have a Dartrix. Yeah, this was the right choice. Technically 4 potential, since the one Sneasel was guaranteed to turn into a second Outbreak. And will become, Sneaslers. Hi, Dartrix. They don't care until I start catching them, they're all gonna get mad. I got a couple of them here. Oh, I use this Decidueye. Take you out first. Oh, there's a Dartrix in here too. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of arson. Lots of arson today. We have, God. We have a lot to get through. I really hope we can get a good amount of stuff done today since we missed yesterday, but I have a feeling that 90% of the stream is going to be Alakazam. I don't think we need to do that, though. I mean, we could. But I need to knock out 2 more of dark moves first. Because they do need 2 more knockouts with dark moves. Still around? Oh, hi. Alright. Will you mutate? Darn. Alright, moving on. G. Yes, indeed. Perhaps, perhaps. Shiny Hisui and Steve's was actually really cool. I got one in Pokemon Go earlier today. After the, 19 Necrozma I ended up catching at the end. Yeah, I wanted the new ones, so I'm gonna be honest, I kind of fell for the scheme. I spent $30 freaking on raid passes today. And yesterday, combined. Because the damn things needed so much energy. You have to do 10 raids of each to get enough energy to fuse both Dawnwings and Duskmane. And they aren't even, like, all that great. Like, they're okay, but they're really not that good. But it did lead to me getting 19 Necrozmas, so... I managed to squeeze out one of them with only 9 raids. But yeah, it was, They function like megas, basically, how you get energy after each raid. And then you use that energy to fuse them. But unlike megas, which you only need to knock out 2 of them to mega evolve a Pokemon, because it needs like 200 or 300 booster energy, mega energy, and you get plenty in 2 raids. Now, you need a ridiculous amount. You need, instead of 300 or 200, you need 1,000 of each. 1,000 for Dawnwings, 1,000 for Duskmane. And it's insane. And you only get between 90 and 140 each raid, and it's completely random which one you get. Actually, no, because I got 80 off of one. So it's between 80 and 140. So it was just, oh my god. And then raid passes are $5 for free premium passes. So it just took so much just to get through it. Also, hello. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Oh crap, there goes Kindle. Who wants to come out next? Does Alakazam need to use Psychic or just Recover? Because if Alakazam needs to also use Psychic, I mean, what better opportunity is there? Alright, let me check that. Agiles. We need to use Agiles. Alright, Agile Psychic time. Hey, as well, double task. Alright, well we have 2 more chances here. Or, I guess you would call it one really big attempt here. Ready luck is not the greatest, I'm gonna be honest. We're kind of struggling lately. I mean, we got the Teddy Ursa. But, eh. I feel like our luck out of these lately has not been the greatest. Alright. Oh, I should have healed. Oh well. Alright, Alex, I'm trying not to die too quickly. Ow, that did a lot more than I thought it would. Yeah, I had a feeling I was gonna kill. If close combat did that much. Hey, Chuggy! We're gonna have so many freaking Razor Claws because of all these drop them. Umbreon, go! Get him! You're bulky. You can take a few hits. Probably. Hopefully. I make no promises. Because, again, the damage... Oh, wait. Yeah, they have that. Oh. Actually, you took that fairly well, all things considered. Actually, kind of surprised. Like, I know Umbreon's bulky, but, like, the way the damage calc is in this game, I'm shocked I didn't do, like, 2/3. Oh, God. But even still, it's pretty bad. 40 levels below, and it still does over 1/3. This one is completely blind. Somehow doesn't see me there. At all. Where's the last? It's Sneasel. Sneasel! 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 Oh, she was hiding behind the rock! There isn't that many hiding spots here. Alright. Oh, they're alphas! Ooh, even. Oh, Umbreon's so dead. Umbreon is so dead. Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh. Oh no! Umbreon, please. Umbreon. Oh no! Well, ooh. It has Psychic! She'll be fine. She'll be fine. It'll be perfectly fine. Yeah, I know, right? This is like, I think, only the second time we've seen it happen in this entire playthrough. Like, it never does this. Oh, we're in rough shape. Oh my god. Uh-oh. Thank God Luxray isn't actually a dark type for once. Because we would be very screwed, because Chloe is... Ooh, Chloe would not like this. In fact, Skylar's not gonna like this because these things have sword stances. Uh-oh. Okay, there's two. No, you missed! Skylar! Oh, well, she's dead. That's what happens when you miss! You get brutalized. Rip. Well, good luck.
Oh my god, they're all going for agiles.
Oh! Oh, of course! Why wouldn't they have that? Well... it was a good try. Are we even gonna get a turn? Oh, we're so screwed. Chloe, yeah, why don't you, yeah, how about we, make a, quick detour. I can't believe how badly we just got bodied by that group. I mean, to be fair, we had already lost both of our psychic users, but, like, oh my god. What is it? Rest just a little while. Fair marker, look, I had to... May have had an off marker in the corner of the raid. Ah. Yeah, no, it didn't. Alright. Revenge time. It lived. Oh my god.
No, sure, of course it would.
Yeah. Yes, that happens sometimes. What's the quest I brought? Yeah. Yeah, I could totally see that being the case. Well, good luck, Kendall. Good luck. Yikes.
Alright, here we go again.
Don't worry, she's doing her best. Oh, look at that. She one-shot it. Oh, she's dead. It was worth a sacrifice. She got through one of them. I'm sure this won't go wrong at all. Good effort. Exactly as planned. Oh my god. Oh no! What? Can I play the... Can I play the game, please? No, it's all going exactly as planned. Exactly as planned. See? Told you. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about. To be fair, they were very large and angry Wild Sneasel. Oh wow, we need to see Psychic 70 times. Alright. Alright, game. If you say so. Where? Where are you at? Okay. The marker's already there. It spawned in the exact same spot as the last one we did. That was pretty funny. Alright, here we go. Zorwark time. Can we please get this? Like, we've done so many Zorwark ones now. Also, we've been getting a lot of Zorwark ones as of late. Like, we really didn't get them for, like, the first half of the game. Like, we've done how many? I don't even know what stream this is. I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't even know what number we're on. But, yeah. We've done a lot of Zor ones, and then suddenly Zorwark ones have started popping up, so... Big one. Come here, big fella. You don't scare me. Mainly because I'm not the one getting my ass handed to me. It's Eclipse. She has to deal with it, not me. Ah, easy. Oh, and the little one behind. Yeah, no, she's fine. She's barely taking any damage. She's bodying this whole outbreak. It'll be she's fine. See, look at that. She tanks that like a boss. Is that it? No, there's still at least one more. Well, they're not spawning anymore, so no reason to finish knocking it out. Well, see, she's a tank. She's designed to take damage. I'm gonna be honest, I really don't understand why they figured Umbreon was a bulky Pokemon. Like, does she look like she could sit there and take a bunch of freaking damage? I really don't think Umbreon looks like a bulky Pokemon species. It really looks like it would be very frail. Like, why is... Oh, that's adorable. But, yeah, why is that... why is this considered, like, a bulky species? I don't understand why they gave this Pokemon such high defenses. Like, why is this the toxic wall stall Pokemon? So random. Oh, little tail wag. You make it so cute. You make things so good. Alright. Yeah, but we already had a speedy glass cannon that's better at being a speedy glass cannon. It's called Jolteon. It's speedier and does more damage than Espeon. So it's literally better at both aspects of being a glass cannon. Oh my god, game. Game, please. I just want to do the damn Alakazam. Game. Oh, we're never gonna get done. We're not gonna get through this today, are we? this game is not cooperating. Alright. Alright, nothing of value. I'm saying that I don't think I think all of the evolutions should have been frail. I don't think they should have been all that strong. I'm gonna be completely honest. I think some of the evolutions are stronger than they have any right to be. I don't think Sylveon should be a high-end Pokemon in the tier list. And yet Pixelate Hyper Voice is very strong. I mean, to be fair, most of them aren't very good, but like I don't feel like I don't know. I feel like they should all be very mediocre. In the grand scheme of things, just based on what they are. Because it's supposed to be like a master of all, or it's supposed to be like what's the saying about the whole being good at everything but not perfect at any one thing. I feel like it should have been a case of Eevee can evolve and have type coverage for basically anything, but none of its evolutions should be good. Like, they shouldn't be all that good. They're more like pets. Like, let's be real. They're not really... They don't look like they're designed to fight. They look like they're designed to be coddled. So... I don't know. I feel like they should all be frail and... I mean, they can have decent attack stats, but... I don't know. I think the main problem I have with them is that it's not even. Like, why are a couple of them designed to be good, but the rest are designed to be absolute trash? Like, you're telling me they went and gave Sylveon all this crazy good stuff? And meanwhile, Flareon is still sitting here with its only physical fire move being Flare Blitz. Like, how long did it take for them to fix Flareon and Leafeon's learn sets? Why did it take, like, And why is Glaceon a post-game or at least very late-game Pokemon in almost every game it's in? Has there ever been a game where you can where you can use a Glaceon on your team before like the 5th gym? This one, I don't know, not really. No, not really. You can't get an Ice Stone very early in this game. I mean, I guess if you get really lucky from the merchant, maybe. Oh yeah, you can with the merit points. That is true. That is true. I completely forgot those existed. I'm gonna be completely honest because they're very useless. I mean, how many do we even have? Hold on. How many do we have? Did it say? We're almost at 10,000. We've never used them. Sick 'em. Alright. Oh yeah, see, this is the female one. You can see how short the whiskers are compared to the male one we had earlier. Which, stuff like that, like, I'm not gonna be crazy beat up over the shiny. Needing a separate shiny for that right now. Because, let's be honest, the shiny's the same. It's just that is different. The main reason you'd want a different shiny is for a gender difference, is for something like Meowstic, where the form is so different that the shiny is also different. As soon as you get to the wild area. Can you get to the digging duo right away in the wild area? I don't know if you can. I thought they were past the first check. I thought they had to be, I thought you had to, because they pretty much herd you through the first time you go to the wild area. And you have to beat the first... No, it is. You can't cross the bridge by where Snorlax is. At all. It doesn't let you. Where the Snorlax is. The overworld Snorlax. Because they force you through to do that loop with the free gems. Before they let you move on. And I think the Digging Duo is past that. I think you can do most of the rest of the wild area after that. I don't think anything else is blocked off. I don't think. But yeah, I know the first time you go through the wild area, you really aren't given as much freedom as they try to make you feel. It's very linear that first time. They force you through pretty quickly. Honestly, Sword and Shield's whole wild area, like the build-up to the wild area, was garbage. That whole opening section of the game was so bad. Like, that's one of the worst things in that game, I'm gonna be honest. Like, I don't even mind Sword and Shield, but that was awful. Like, they spend the entire first half of, there's like a 2-hour section of the game where they're just sitting there just talking and talking and talking and tutorial. And this guy's like, and it's just Hop sitting there and making you go through cutscene after cutscene of telling you how great the wild area is and how you're gonna love the freedom you get there. And meanwhile, you're like, yeah, I could have had that freedom if you had just shut up 15 minutes ago. Like, you sit through, I think, 5 cutscenes before they finally let you walk around in the wild area. And then you take your first 3 steps, and then there's another cutscene where they introduce you to the wild area after already talking about it for the last 5 cutscenes. And then finally you're allowed to walk around. And then you immediately realize that you can't actually go very far, and they force you into the next town, which is in direct line of sight of where you started. It's like, oh my god. Like, I know what they were going for with how open it is, which, let's be honest, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, I don't think the wild area is all that open anyways. Like, yeah, it's less linear than the routes, but like, it's really not that open. I'm gonna be honest, it still feels pretty cramped. I don't really know. I don't think I liked it. Like, I never go there. I never feel the need to. The only thing I do, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't even touch the I don't even touch the wild area. I don't even touch the main region since the DLC came out. Honestly, I think the map is kind of sucky in Sword and Shield. I like a lot of the areas individually, but as a whole, like, the map design is very poor. I wish the wild area felt more unique. I think the problem with the wild area is, yeah, it's big and open, but it's also very bland because it's big and open. It's like they didn't want to do anything too special with it. It was just generic lake, generic hills, generic desert area, generic slightly snowier area. Like, there wasn't much there compared to something like the Glimwood Tangle, which is super memorable and actually kind of cool when you first go through there. Lots and like the fairy town and all that. Like, that was neat. But then you go to the wild area and that's supposed to be this crazy place for exploration, and there's nothing to see. There's nothing to explore. It's just you could just catch a bunch of Pokemon there. Which, yeah, that's cool and all, but I don't know. It's just not as interesting as it could have been. It doesn't. It's almost too open in a way. You can see from one end to the other, and the way it's opened up. Like, I know this is a real weird thing to say, but it's open to the point where when you're standing on one end of the wild area, you can blatantly see that you're closed in. Like, you don't look. It doesn't look like an open area, because you can see the walls of the outer edge of the wild area all around you, and it makes it feel a lot more cramped than it really is. Like I said, when you first get into the wild area, your first sight is the giant gates of the city in front of you, that it then ushers you towards and into before you're allowed to actually explore much of the wild area. Um, and then even then, you look around you, and there's just walls for the most part around the wild area. There's like big stone walls around it, and it doesn't feel natural. And then there's nothing to see and explore because there's no nooks and crannies. It's all just open, flat land and stuff for the most part throughout the wild area, and there's no like nooks and crannies to try to sneak into and explore or anything like that. There's no towns in it. It's basically just a field. Is what it is. Like, yes, like this game, like, yeah, there's mountains around it, and there's like a water out that way, but it doesn't look as the walls aren't as obvious, you know? I mean, yeah, if you're looking for the walls, like, yeah, I can tell that's the edge of the map. I can tell that over there is the edge of the map. I can tell the ocean is the edge of the map. But it's not, like, right in your face. And I feel like Sword and Shield kind of suffered with that. Which I'm not gonna sit here and act like, oh my god, how dare they? Because, like, let's be honest, that was their first actual game on the Switch. Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was more of a... It didn't really take advantage of the hardware. I mean, yeah, like, wow, it did the shaky thing with the Joy-Con. Like, yeah, but it was, at the end of the day, it was just a remake. It was just a remake of Red and Blue with Pokemon Go and some motion controls. They didn't really experiment much. Also, where am I going this way? Where am I going? So Sword and Shield was really... Also, they were made by different teams, so there's that too. So the Sword and Shield devs, it was also their complete first time using the hardware. I'm really looking forward to seeing what we see from ZA. Like, I don't want to get too optimistic on it, because, I mean, we know how this has gone. Like, even this game, let's be honest, this game doesn't look that good. Like, let's be honest for a second. Visually, this game kind of blows. But it's passable, and it gets the job done. Honestly, I think the sad part is, this game doesn't look all that great. Like, it has not aged well. Like, look at this island. Look at my screen right now. This ain't it. Like, look how the render distance is so low. But the I think the sad part is this game still looks good when put next to Scarlet and Violet. And I think that's a problem because it feels like we're going backwards. And like I don't care that much about graphics. Like I really don't. I think it's stupid to go into the whole I literally saw an argument on Twitter about like a bunch of PS5 games and like the details on their eyeballs. And it just gets to the point where it's like, oh my god, I literally can't tell a difference between these 4 PS5 games. Like you're at a point where visuals don't matter that much. And I don't understand it. But there also comes the opposite, where you have to look at something and go, wait a second. Like, look where the trees render out. You can see them in the background, to the left of Braviary there. You can literally see where the trees start phasing out, where the game can't render them anymore. And you can also see where they go low poly, because see the shadows vanish way earlier. Yeah, there's no shadow there on the back trees, but there are a couple in the front. Like it's acceptable, kind of, and like it works. But I can also understand when people say how it affects the immersion in the world, because you look off in the distance and that doesn't look like a believable landscape. There's no trees. You can't see because they don't render. But yeah, to me the main thing is the gameplay, but it's just you gotta. There is a point where you have to kind of say, all right, I at least wish it looked better. I don't want it to be super crazy realistic. I like the art style they went for here, but I don't know. I think it just needed polish more than anything. This game, like, okay, let's compare this for a brief second. This game or BDSP. Like, does anything need to be said there? Did I already catch the Alakazam in this cycle? Oh my god. I probably did. I just got distracted. Yeah, that's fair. And like, and like I said, when I'm playing, I don't really notice either. But like, look, as I'm flying here, like, hold on, if I go back a second, watch the hills in the background. See how they all like morph and like warp? You can physically see them swap to their. Oh, I was saying that this game. I was saying that graphically, this game is still way better than BDSP. Honestly, I think this game is fine. Like, I'm mostly just using it as an example. Like, this game is perfectly fine, all things considered. Scarlet and Violet is significantly worse. This game, I have no care for visually. Like, I think it looks fine overall. But I can at least point out I can at least point out what the, when I see the flaws. The problem with Scarlet and Violet compared to this game is that you don't need to have those flaws pointed out. Like this game, yeah, they're here. This game has the same flaws. But it's not as in your face. Like, look, do you see that berry tree over there? Gone. Fly up. Suddenly berry tree. Like, stuff like that. You won't notice if you're not looking for it. Or all the trees, they just popped into their high-res models right in front of us. But with Scarlet and Violet, as compared to this game, is in Scarlet and Violet, you notice. Oh, like look right here. Okay, this part. see how it open? You can see where the trees stop rendering because it's just so empty. But with Scarlet and Violet, I think part of it too is the way it works. Like with Braviary, you glide, and it's the same with Koridon and Miraidon. But it's a lot more blatantly obvious in those games. Like it needs point. I feel like a lot of the time you kind of have to be looking for it in this game to notice. In Scarlet and Violet, it's right in your face. Like, I don't know. Oh, hi Enigma. I don't know. If you have, I mean, yes, I do know if you have the Josie because you helped me complete the Pokedex. Do you remember the opening cutscene to Wave 2 of the Scarlet and Violet DLC? Like when you first go into the dome at the Blueberry Academy, and they like show off all the different biomes for the first time. They for whatever stupid reason, I don't know why it was like this. It was just I don't know how this got past them. Every single shot they showed there used the low poly models instead of the high res ones that you see when you're close up, because it was still showing. It was still because what happened was, oh no, I noticed it right away. Cyan, see, I don't. That's one that I noticed immediately. I didn't need that pointed out to me at all. I saw that instantly because you could literally see the textures like warping and glitching in the cutscene. And I was just like, oh my god. But what happened was they just like moved. What they did was instead of moving your character for the cutscene so that the textures load in and it shows them properly, they just moved the camera to those locations without moving your character. So all the models didn't load in. They stayed in their low poly versions from it that you don't even see from a distance, rather than the ones you should see close up. So it literally made the game look like an N64 game for that cutscene. And even I was just sitting there like, holy crap. How did they let this through? Like, that was probably the only time we're never getting through Alakazam. We're never getting through Alakazam. It's just never gonna happen. It's just never going to happen. Quick drink. He's still in the same damn spot. Alright, well, at least it's simple to find them. But yeah, really, I don't even know why we got on this topic. I don't even know what led here. But yeah. Point is, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Legends ZA. With the extra year, which again we still don't know for sure if we even have an extra year. Like, let's be real, it could have been a fib. We still don't know if it's a January release. Like, if it's a January release, it's the exact same as Legends Arceus, and nothing changed. We didn't get our first Legends Arceus trailer until August. Okay, hold on. We were never done about how all Pokemon graphics were shit. Okay, there are some games I still do love to this day. I think the problem with Pokemon recently is that the 3D really, no, I honestly, I include the 3DS in that. Well, no, okay, not entirely. I think Sun and Moon still looks pretty good. I think Sun and Moon looks solid. But the main problem I have with XY, ORAS, and all the Switch stuff is that the way the models are done, and the way it's rendered, and the way it's just done. Like, there's not as much optimization. the 3D is going to make them they age so much worse. And meanwhile, all the DS ones and Game Boy Advance ones, they almost look better as time goes on. As a result, like Black and White 2 still look amazing. Like the animated sprites and the battles and crap, like oh my god. And like I honestly playing Radical Red, and seeing all the GBA sprites has kind of been like, oh my god, this game actually looks pretty good, like all things considered. And like obviously, I'm not talking the custom sprites because that's custom sprites and you can't really compare that to the actual original game. But like the overworlds, the towns look good. Your little character, he looks pretty good. Yeah, absolutely, exactly. Which is good. It means it's good that they're doing the cartoony style. They're not forcing the realism. But they're also I don't know. It feels like they're going. Well, no, it's not that they're going in the opposite direction. It's I'm not really sure how to word that, honestly. It's yeah, it's I guess I don't have you watched remember that ORAS video I sent you and you watched the whole you finished that one I assume. Did you ever start watching the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl one? Yeah. Yeah, that happens, Enigma. It sucks, I know. Saying the ORAS 7 hour the 7 hour ORAS video. You finished that, correct? Did you ever start the Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl one? I'm like 4 hours in. He has a 45-minute segment where he just talks about because obviously the graphics come up, obviously. He tries not to focus on it too much, but he does go on a whole talking point about how the shift from 2D to 3D affects how you perceive the game, and I agree completely. With the 2D sprites, you don't notice the flaws as much because they're 2D, and in your brain you're like, alright, well this isn't designed to be realistic. Like, it's supposed to... They're 2D sprites, they're just still images, you know? They look cool, they show off animation. It's more like a comic book, you know? But when we swap to 3D, now your brain is trying to tie realism to it. Because you just jumped from a 2D object to a 3D object. And even though it's no more real, you can now walk all around this Pokemon. This Pokemon is now physically on the screen, and as a result, you're paying a lot more critical attention to anything that goes on with that Pokemon. Plus, now every Pokemon has to have animations, where before it was just they had their in-battle animation in like Gen 5. Now they have to have a physical attacking animation, a special attacking animation, an animation for getting hit, an animation for for their stats being lowered, an animation for fainting, and I think there's one or two others that I haven't thought of off the top of my head. They also have to have like their happy animations. Like they have to have their idols. They have to have an idol animation, obviously, that's like the most important one. They need a running animation. They just need like a kind of like a just basic jolly animation for when you interact like this. They need something like this. And what happens is they all have to be extremely basic because they can't move the Pokemon now. Like, it's still the same as in Black and White, where your Pokemon are still locked in place. They can't physically animate every Pokemon doing all the moves because it just doesn't make sense. Like, they can't make a unique dig or surf animation for every Pokemon in the entire game. It just isn't feasible. In Black and White, in Gen 5, that game gets away with it because they're 2D sprites. You don't expect that. But now we're in 3D, and you have stuff like Blastoise using Hydro Pump, and it comes out of his belly. When he has cannons right there. And it's like, it's a lot harder to get away with that in the 3D. Because it's so much easier to notice the flaws. And I don't know, it's something about how your brain views 3D. It physically makes it harder. Because so much more has to be done. It is. I was gonna bring that up. They did finally fix Blastoise's cannons. I am so happy for that. And as a result, the new models for Charizard, Blastoise, and Venusaur are probably 3 of the best models in the entire game now. I really hope they go through and give every Pokemon those now. Give new models to every Pokemon, because, let's be honest here, the main problem, too, is we are still running on the models from X and Y. From their very first attempt at 3D, we are still using the X and Y models to this day. And so many of them are so heavily flawed. Like, yeah, Scarlet and Violet does help a lot with the textures on them now. That helps significantly, and it makes them feel fresher. But they're still the same models. And, you could tell. Like, if you look at Sword and Shield Charizard to Scarlet and Violet Charizard, you go, holy shit, how did I live with this Charizard for 7 years, or however long it was? God, it was longer than 7 years. X and Y was, what, 2013? Or maybe was it early 2014? I can't remember. But at the end of the day, you were still, like, yeah, X and Y was fine. You expected it to not be all that polished. It was our first 3D game. But we still had all the way up until Sword and Shield, we still had the problem of the flight trainers they had in X and Y. So Charizard was permanently flying and looked super awkward. Yeah, see, that's something that's really good with all the Pokemon. Is that they no longer feel like, they never feel like the sprites on them are stickers. Which in X and Y, that was never a problem. But especially when we swapped to the Switch. I mean, even on like Sun and Moon, that was like whatever, it's fine. But as soon as we jumped to HD on the Switch, it looked so awkward. It made them look very, I don't know. But yeah, that's probably that's the main change they made to every model. They didn't get new models, but they did alter the models that they had slightly to give more definition. And yeah, they do look significantly better. That's probably one of the best that was probably one of the best ways, for the best compromises they did in Gen 9, and I'll give them perfect credit for that. Was they knew they weren't going to go through and give a new model to every single new Pokemon. So they gave a couple of them. They gave the popular 3, they gave the Kanto starters the new models. And then they went through, and instead of making fresh models for everything, they just made slight modifications to every model that I'm sure didn't take very long per Pokemon. I'm sure there was a couple that probably were really annoying and probably took them a lot of time. But for the most part, it was just a matter of cut out the eye a little bit, and then just there's a tool you can use that like kind of just like pushes inwards, and that's basically all they did to the eyes and the mouths, and it created so much definition because it made them look more. It made them look more physically real, like even here, they fixed it a little bit as of this game, but you can still see that it's just lighting for the most part. But yeah, we get there. God, we are wasting so much time talking about this. We are making horrible, horrible progress today. This is what happens. We get so into our conversations, and then as a result, we get nothing done. We really need to work on that, huh? I also will say, I know we've talked about this before too, but I find it so funny that of all places to fix Cyndaquil and the Cyndaquil line's fire that people were whining about since Generation 6 in X and Y, it was Mystery Dungeon. Rescue Team DX fixed their model. And that's so funny to me. And then they took the Rescue Team DX model with the added flames and used it after that point. And it's just very entertaining to me. And obviously, like Cyndaquil in this game is also fixed. I mean, I'm sure they would have fixed it for this game too. In fact, you know what I bet happened? I have no confirmation. There's no way to know this for sure. But I would not be shocked if, because this game and Mystery Dungeon were being developed at the same time. So, I wouldn't be shocked if they were designing if they had already made the model for Cyndaquil for Legends Arceus, and then they shared that model with the Rescue Team developers, and then Rescue Team just happened to come out first. I feel like that would make sense, because obviously I feel like this game of all games would have been the one to alter Cyndaquil, because it's literally one of their free starters. They don't want it. They don't want that as the, you know. What the frick word here? Stop jumping out on the tips of trees. But yeah, I have no way of knowing that for sure. It's just an interesting possibility that I've considered. How many more of these do we need? Oh my god, we still need 6 more? Alright, let's focus up for a bit. We need to get through Alakazam today. Like, we can't go through this whole stream and not even get through a single Pokemon. Like, I know Alakazam is a lengthy one, but, like, come on. We got to. And I'll be honest, I don't think we're going to. Because this is already a long process, but it has so many move tasks. It has lengthy move tasks. Actually, no. No, because we don't have to worry about the Agiles, because there's only 15 of those. The Psychic shouldn't take too long. Like, yeah, it's still 70 of them, but it's not that bad because we don't have to worry about the Agiles and the Strongs. And those just take forever because you have to sit through their longer animations. Yeah, home on mobile makes sense. Honestly, I wish they just stuck with what they did on the console, where they didn't even use the models at all, and they just used the art. I think the art's better. I actually really like the Global Link art. I think a lot of the art is actually very nice, and it kind of gives me the same vibes of the old Pokemon games with the sprites. I don't know, I know it's not the same as the sprites, but it kind of gives me that same vibe, you know? Honestly, if anything, I just find it weird they chose to use the models at all. Because the Switch, you'd think, would be the one that could handle it more, but they went with those. Which, honestly, okay, no, I understand it for the Switch. Because for the Switch, because they don't want to have to update the models, obviously. Because, like I said, they changed Charizard's model midway through, with Gen 9. So obviously they didn't want to have to go through Pokemon Home and, like, change out the models every time they made alterations. For example, Generation 9, with the added definition, they would have had to go through and replaced every model in the entire application with the new ones. Because obviously then people are going to want the updated models in there and not the old ones. So the art made more... The art does make sense when you think of it that way. Because it basically future-proofs them from needing to make changes. And it looks fine, so... Nothing wrong with it. Oh, ooh. That's just a Geodude. Oh, maybe a Graveler over here. Oh, there's another one. Okay, I do wish the Shaking Rocks were a bit... I don't know. I wish there was more variety in there for the earlier areas. The later areas are fine, because you actually get quite a bit of variety in them. But in this area, you don't get much. You just get the Geodude and Graveler until, like, the third area. Or, I guess, no, there is the one Bonsly Rock in the second area. I feel like they should have, made the Bonslys more available. They should have been, like, they're already in that one area of the Coronet Highlands. I think they should have been, like, they should have had spawn tables on the rocks. Instead of, like, in the trees. Instead of being how they are. where there's, like, only certain trees can have certain Pokemon. I think what they should have done is they should have had, like, spawn tables. Like wild Pokemon. Like, before you had the, before they were all in the wild. Just treat it like a patch of grass. You fight it, it spawns a random encounter. And it draws from a pool. Because we already have the system with the honey trees. They could have done the same thing. Just Combis pop out this percent of the time. Burmies pop out this percent of the time. Cherubius pop out this percent of the time. Rare Cherum spawn chance. I think that would have been a bit better. Personally. But, it's not a big deal. Alright, we're finally getting somewhere. 4 more. At least our, field ends is cooperating with this for a little bit. It's really annoying when you're trying to go into the Alakazam, or into any Alpha. And the game just refuses to cooperate. Also, it's raining. Hold on. He did fix that. Alright. Number 7. Here, Mr. Alakazam. Hi, buddy. Oh yeah, you wanted Ghost Arson. We'll swap to Technologian after this. For the last couple. Oh, so annoying. There's always something mad in the area. Come on, game. I just want to warp back. There we go. Alright. Head back. Nope, that wasn't the head back button. Thank you. Alright, we should get through the attic exams relatively soon, and then we can focus from there on everything else. Just frick. Oh, there's a lot to it. What else was that? What? Oh, there he is. I'm saying, wait, why is he not here? Because I knew this wasn't my. I knew I hadn't been over here yet.
There we go.
Two more. I don't know why I always open the map. I keep feeling like I need to warp because of how far out this thing is, but no. No, we just gotta fly. Oh, wait. Is that Shanks? God damn it. Oh, fine. Alright, game. I got briefly excited. I thought it was a Shanks. Screw you two. Alright, game. Sure, whatever. Oh well. Hey, they're not my Starlies. They're your Starlies. I ain't keeping them. All the Luxio and Luxray we're passing, and we get a freaking Starly. Like, really? Oh my god, game. Oh well. Shiny is a shiny. Actually, wait. I need to update the shiny tracker. Oh, hold on. Let me get in battle with this Alakazam. Alright, give me 1 second. Let me update that real quick. We're nearing 50. We almost have 50 shinies. Oh wow, it lived the arson. Cool,
Your arson sucks, I'm gonna be honest.
Alright. Oh look, they're not mad at me this time. That's a miracle. They're always mad at me. Whoa. Hey, look, it's not in the same spot. I mean, I'd be kind of worried if it was, but Variety. Well, I should probably be faster to warp here than fly to that spot. It's probably closer. At least, I mean, to the other raid spot, obviously, it is to here. Or, not raid, Outbreak. Alright, you basculins, let's get through this quick, please. We got more Alexanders to get back to. Or we have one more Alexander to get back to. We're about done with them. What? They're still here. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, wait, what? They shouldn't be here. I already scared them off. Alright, well, no shiny basculin for us. Alright, let's go kill this last Alakazam. I love how this big ass rock is like an asset. Because it cuts in like the trees do. It's not part of the terrain, it's like an actual like model they put in. That's weird. I've noticed it a couple of times, but I don't know, it's very amusing to me because it means that it's not actually like part of the full terrain. They added that in after they made the map. Probably has a bit of detailing. Alright, the final Alakazam. Why did it, wait, what the frick? It never like did the shout thing where it knocks me over. It just never did that. Alright, well it's dead. Thank the Lord. And they're done. Alright, you know what? I've never been happier to go do freaking recover tasks. Never been happier.
Alright, Shinx. Come on, buddies. Alright, little Shinx. You're our training partner for a while. And by a while, I mean probably the next hour and a half. Aha! Ah, good, friend. Good, good. Oh, look at you go. Oh my god. Oh, the Shinx. You are my best friend. Look how adorable you are. Holy crap. 4 in a row? Okay. Game is being very, very generous. Okay, finally. Game is being very generous there for a minute. He just got 5 recovers out of that. Okay. We're making progress. That first match was very, very helpful. Oh, there we go. Sweet. Thank you, Shinx. Oh, the double. Can we get the triple to finish off the match? Heck yeah, we can. Alright, now Shinx is getting over eager. Hold on, Shinxie, we're out of recovers. I gotta go get some more. Look at that, we're already a fourth of the way through them. Like 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes into them. That's not that bad. Oh, I just realized I came all the way down here on sheer instinct from the damn Alakazams. I wonder, would this stuff attack more frequently? Since it's like, you know, threatening. Probably no, because the Shinx is also technically aggressive. It's just tiny. it's very easy to forget that Shanks is trying to be threatening. Not very good at it, let's be honest. But hey, that's why we love it. Alright, let's go find our Shanks friend again. See if it's still the same one. I believe it is. Yeah, it is. Alright, Shanksy friend. Oh, sweet. Oh, whoops, I didn't need to. Oops, I wasted one. Actually, let's check something. I'm not actually sure, because the move didn't fail. Let's do a quick test. Damn, okay. It doesn't work. It was worth a try. Alright, let's go back and heal. No, alright, Shanks. Come on. Give me quick attacks. No, you want to. There we go. Almost halfway through. Oh wait, I could have healed. No. Oopsie. I wasn't paying attention. Oh well. You did nothing this turn, so we're gonna do this. Easy recover. You didn't do it. You didn't even take it turn that time. Okay. Halfway. Hooray! I think the funniest part is that these 40 recovers are going to take about the same time as it's going to take us to do 70 psychics. More than likely. Well, maybe. was that. I think that was a triple, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Love to see it. Our Shank's friend is cooperating with us quite well right now. Alright, Shanks, one more. Perfect. Alright, get over eager again. Oh, nope. Perfect. Heal up, spin, right back over to it. Alright, making progress. Come on. Sorry. Thanks, please. Quick attacks, please. Ah, there we go. Just need a little encouragement. Oh wow. Okay, yeah, just a little encouragement was all it took. Triple. Quadruple. And 4. Couldn't go any higher. That 4's really good. Right, perfect. The double. Couldn't get the triple, but we'll take the double. Nine more. We're almost through. Back more. Yeah, we'll get through Alexander today. I was worried for a bit, but no, I think we got this. Ask for this batch. So this will 5-4. Two more. Oh, I didn't mean this. I did not mean to backstrike. Things like turned its head at a bad angle and smacked her right in the back of the face. I almost got another one. It keeps turning for some reason. There we go. I think it's trying to back away a bit. One more. Come on, Shakes. Do it right now. No. There it is. There we go. Recovers are done.
Hooray! That didn't take that long. It took like, what, 25 minutes, maybe? Not too long. Alright, now... Sorry, Shingxi. You helped us out. Gonna make this dev as quick as painless as possible. Rest in peace. We're not killing them. Not the Shakes. We're just, sending them to a farm far away. That's what Alakazam's amazing psychic powers are doing. It's just teleportation. That's why they disappear. Totally. That's exactly what it is. Yeah, exactly. Sending them to the farm upstate. Exactly. No, they're not. Absolutely not. Nope. Oh god, that is a very graphic description too. Oh god. Yeah, he's just like peeling their skin off and just like putting it back on upside down. Like, oh god. Oh, that is not a mental image I needed today. But now that I'm stuck with it, so are you. Oh, they respawn. See? They are fine. See, look, she's right here. This is our friend. See, same level and everything. Unfortunately, that means she's come back for round 2. Alright. This batch right here will be the last of the Agiles we need. Very nice that at least the Agiles don't take much. Alright, Starlies, you're next. You actually do die. Yeah, we don't care about you. You don't get to go to the farm upstate. You just get to go to the dinner table, I guess. We gotta feed the Shink somehow. Hey, this one's running for the hills. It knows. But it did not get away. Right, that should be the Agiles done. Yep, we just need to do 56 more. 56 more psychics. So just a little bit, just a few. Alright, now it's time for Inside Out Everything. I don't like the heavy ball, but it goes out a lot slower. Oh well. What? Yeah, straight too far from battle. Going. Oh, really? Turn around. It's probably gonna run now. Oh, what the frick? Okay. Well, we tried.
Big Shanks. Yes, and Inside Out Bidoof as well. And we don't make Inside Out Wormpools, they just explode. Yeah, they just yeah, they just explode. I don't do that. I don't need that. Oh. We're out. Whoopsie. I didn't realize. Thought we still had one or two more. Alright, back we go. Heal time. Damn it. Alright. Okay. Almost a birdie. We're making progress. Ah, darn it. I let my stick like jerk down a little bit and I missed the backstrike. Eh, whatever, he didn't run. Alright. That. There's birdie. 40 to go, we're about halfway. progress is being had. Alright, last for this batch. Let's narrow one down. Alright, halfway. TB. Hi, buddy. Oh, the grass is freaking out. Okay. Oops, I hit the wrong button. Alright. Another batch done. Alright, I'm flying through these. $26 to go.
Alright, almost to 50. Getting there. Right, I think that was the last of that batch.
2 more batches.
It's always so weird when you've knocked out like everything. So you have to like go searching for Pokemon because you murdered them all. There's just none around. Oh, I don't know how I hit that. I'm gonna be honest. I thought I was way too far back. my god, I always clicked the wrong button. Big Shanks. Oh look, the Eevee's in alpha. Hello, big fella. Alright, we're down to our last batch. We're finally almost through Alakazam after 2.5 hours. And we even worked on him a bit last time we streamed this. I mean, to be fair, it was probably in part it's because we ranted for an hour about random crap that doesn't matter, but it happens. Alright, it's time. Finally. Ranting for an hour about random crap that doesn't matter is the best part of Whisperings. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that happens a lot, doesn't it? That's a pretty common trend. Alright, we've done it. Oh god. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, I'm gonna be honest.
Alright. There we go. Alright, cool. You know what? You know the drill by now. Let me update our perfect tracker. And let me update this as well. Wait. Alright. Next up is Dustox. Alright. Rolling up. What do we got for Dustox? Queen Bee. Alright, hold on. What's Queen Bee even need? Two. Oh, where does it jump? Where does this jump out of trees? I don't actually know. I'll have to look into that. But they don't. Oh wait, no, it probably jumps out of trees rarely from the trees where the Combees come from, and probably the later areas. Probably the coast ones, Combe trees. I bet. Agile 15, Bug Buzz 40, Air Slash. This one isn't that bad. Oh wait, no, it's pretty bad. Hold on. Is there a spot? No, there is an alpha. There is an alpha. We can use the alpha. We don't have to get them all. We don't have to get them all out of trees. And yeah, they're alphas, so we can get the heavies easy peasy. Okay, this one isn't too bad. Sounds good to me. We still need to get the friggin' Combees done too. We need a lot more of them out of trees at some point. We'll get to them. Alright, Dustox time. Number caught at night, 20. Number defeated, 25. Psychic moves, poison powder, strong moves. Alright, let's go. Trees may be painful, but I'm not too worried. We got 2 of them who might have been trying, and we only need 5. So, I figure once we start trying, hopefully it won't be that bad. And hopefully it wasn't just, like, super lucky. Once we know what trees they come from, it shouldn't be too bad. We need to go up here. Yes. I don't even really need the pin, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, hold on, we don't need this pin. Get that out of here. I know my way around. You just poop around the corner here. And it was... Speedo with psychic moves. Okay. And caught at night. Alright, well, time to start catching. Oh. Okay, there's that. I don't know why I keep doing that. It's just hard to not throw the ball at those. Alright, another Dustox over here. Hey, buddy. Come here. Hey. Oh, wait. Yeah, I actually broke out of that. Kind of impressed. Oh, you've decided one for next week. Alright. I'll be waiting. You're gonna run out of painful ones eventually. I know you will. Alright, no more Dustox. Time to reset the area. Fair enough. Tells me you have 2 more painful ones in mind, but then you have to go looking for more after that. Well, you've got plenty of time to think on it. Look at all these dust ups. Oh, you love to see it. Alright, we're up to... We need 6 more caught at night. Been picking up our counterparts. Ah. I think I already know which 2 you're talking about. I won't say, though. But, I don't feel like I know what you're talking about. And I will say one of them is the one I've been waiting to see how long it would take you to realize would suck. No, I'm not saying. Because if I say, and it wasn't it, then you'll know exactly what to do next. Ah. See, I will say that wasn't what I was thinking of. Wait, are the fossils allowed? Hold on. I don't think the fossils are allowed. Hold on. Wait a second. I don't know if we're allowed to do the fossils because they're distortions. I don't know if we can do those because then we'd have to spend streams waiting on the... Because we have to wait on distortions for them. We can't just do them. That would be several streams. Of just sitting around and waiting and doing nothing. It's a hard choice if we want to allow that as one of the choices or not. It also depends on how much you guys want to sit around and do nothing all stream, which would be incredibly boring for me. Not really. We would have to do everything out of battle. We wouldn't be able to do move tasks or anything. It would have to be catch tasks only. Couldn't do knockout tasks either. And I feel like we'd run out of them very quickly. Yeah, but the original plan was to do them off camera. Yeah, but if they pause the timer, we'll never get the distortion because in the time the 3 hours is up, we'll never get an hour of out of battle time. That was the plan, Cyan, was just do it off camera. But like, you guys really want to see it, I mean, I'm not gonna stop you. It's just gonna be very boring. It'll be like it would take upwards of an hour for a single distortion to get 3 chances at one of these. And we need to see as you can tell, a lot more than that. We need to see 6 more Krangos, catch 6 more Krangos, and hope 3 of them are heavy. And then we need to make sure we evolve every Krangos. We cannot release any Krangos. In fact, let me check and make sure I haven't already done so. Not a single Krangos can be released because they all have to be evolved. Or we have to catch more. Which is kind of a problem, because one of our Krangos is in the living dex. Same with the shield on. So we'll need 1 extra of each just to keep this up. Yeah, right here. And do I have extras? There should be 2 more of each. Or at least of the Krangos. And I don't have them. Yeah. God. Alright, so cool. What this would involve, if you're really wanting to do it, is we sit here, we get a total of around 3 distortions a stream if we're lucky, okay? And then, with those 3 distortions a stream, we end up getting 3 shots at one of these 2 fossils. Like, we wouldn't even be able to guarantee which one we did. You basically have to pick both fossils. We'd have to do them together. I'm not against it. If you want to do it, we'll do it. But I'm just warning you in advance of what this will involve. I will say, if you do choose the fossils, just say the fossils, because we'll do them both. I'm not gonna... It's impossible to pick one, you know? With the way they are, since it's randomly between the 2. It would be stupid not to just do both of them, then. These are the most annoying ones because of the fact that there's 2 of... Because of the fact that there's 2 of them in the same area, because we have to then warp, we can't just guarantee that we'll get 3 shots at it. It has to be. And also, on top of that, there's a chance that they become, that instead of a Krangos or a Shieldon, we get a Bastiodon or a Rampardos. Like, that could happen too. Which just is kind of unfortunate, because that's just a waste. Alright, well, regardless, you can consider it later. We don't have to worry about it now. If you want to do those, go ahead. I'm not going to make the full-on, you can't do this. That would be stupid. But just, be prepared for the likely at least 3 to 4 streams of doing nothing but farming distortions. Speaking of which, we're not doing this. I'm just leaving. I want to get these Dustox. I want to try to get these Dustox done with their catch tasks and defeat tasks before we leave. There's always the funny solution, which unfortunately I can't do, because I don't have the setup for it. I would need a third screen. The funny solution is I would also need a second capture card. The funny solution is we have this game on in the corner and we play Elden Ring. while this game's in the corner waiting for distortions to spawn. But I would need a third monitor and a second capture card for that. Because I can only do one or the other with mine. I can't have them both hooked in at the same time. But it would technically work if I had the stuff for it, which I find really funny. I don't even know what category we'd stream it at that point. I would have to make a second. I would actually have to make a second scene for that, because I would need to have a I would need a second scene so I could easily just quickly swap so the screens are swapped. If you keep the game open, does it keep the time spent in the area? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Like, if I just stand here and do nothing? Like, if I just, like, put my controller down right now and just waited? Like, yeah, this would count the timer. Ah, no, if you put the Switch in sleep mode, it counts as if you, like, if you did this. It pauses the game. See how it kind of freezes? And I'm walking and then it pauses it until you hop back in. And it does the same with sleep mode. It just pauses it. I don't think it would reset it. I think. But honestly, we're better off. Like, that doesn't really help us in any way. I know what you're thinking there, but it doesn't really help us any. I have no idea why I did that. I just kind of felt like it. Oh, there's a driftwood here too. Oh, you can die too then. You can just spam a bunch of Highlands mons and pass through the fossils via distortions. That could work. It would just have to be a Pokemon we could do without leaving the area. Like, if it's like a, say it's a, what do you call it? If it's an alpha where we have to go back and forth, we wouldn't be able to do that because we would have to leave the area and reset the timer. There's also the fact that every time it rains or we have bad weather, it resets the timer. Or it doesn't reset the timer. The timer keeps going, but the distortion cannot spawn in that weather. So if the timer were to, say, hit the threshold and try to spawn a distortion, it would just skip because it can't spawn the distortion during the weather. So anytime we would get weather, we have to leave anyways and reset the area. Alright, Dustox. What are we looking like? We're up to 3 with defeated with psychic moves. We're up to 12 defeated total. We still need those 6 knockouts. Well, if they do, oh yeah, the distortions specifically, yeah, I would prefer not to do I would prefer not to have the distortions personally. I honestly don't like them. I mean, they're fun when they pop up, but they're not fun when you actually need them. Like, if you're trying to find it, because, like, but remember, like, what we had to do before the update, that fixed a lot of stuff, was we had to go in for each starter, and we had to wait and hope one spawned. And if one didn't spawn, which they were rare in the distortions, so it was likely you wouldn't even get one out of the distortion. So you wouldn't get one. I wish that what they needed, there needs to be an item you can craft that when used summons a distortion.
They need to be able to happen. They need to be able to happen naturally, like they do right now. But there also needs to be an option to be able to manually make one spawn. Yes, that should be exactly what it is. It shouldn't be a key item. It shouldn't be like a renewable, because that would be overpowered. But if there was like an item that was like, oh, use some high-end ores and I don't know, a mix of ores and some other materials, and maybe like a star piece or a nugget or something. Maybe use the shards. Heck, use the shards you get from the distortions to make more distortions. That would be great. Craft it out of shards and like a star piece. Or maybe not a star piece. Maybe shards and a bit of each type of ore, or something like that. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe there's like maybe they would introduce like a different kind of berry, kind of like the one we have now, that can summon distortions, and you can find more of that distortion in outbreaks. I can see that working. But yeah, I feel like the distortions can work. I just do wish they had a slightly better system. I can see that too, but it wouldn't. That would be a little more difficult, because then you'd have to have that NPC in every different map. Since you would, they wouldn't be able to be like a town NPC, because obviously you can't. You wouldn't be able to summon a distortion from town when you're not even in the area. Or maybe you could do like a. Yeah, that's true. You could just do it through her. Yeah, you almost went word for word, which is really funny. Alright, let's actually catch a couple of these. So we need to make sure we catch the last couple we need. Okay, that. A couple more over here. Alright. 17 caught at night, 3 more to catch. And then we can knock them out. I think we'll get close to having all of its non-move tasks done today. In fact, we might be able to do them today. Oh wait, no, maybe not. We still need a lot defeated. Yeah, 10 more. We need 11 more defeated, so maybe not. It'll be close. We'll do our best. Well, that doesn't help. Well, there's nothing over here, so we can at least go over here. They should be there. I don't know if they will, because it's not gonna be. I don't think the distortions will come back. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they will, because the whole point of distortions was they were supposed to tie into the theme of time and space. You know, time and space is out of whack because of the giant rift in the sky. Like, they tie into kind of the story without the whole time and space going crazy thing. The distortions don't really make sense. But they also could just do something else that's literally just distortions, but with a different name and different theming. So I don't think they will, though.
one more to catch. There you are. Yeah, I do one around here somewhere. Alright, number caught at night 20. Oh, I think the outbreaks will come back for sure. The outbreaks make sense to come back. I'm also sure we'll get a few new mechanics similar. Like, I'm sure we'll get a couple more weird mechanics that we just can't think of right now. I'm sure there'll be a couple like that. I wouldn't be shocked if similar to, you know what I bet will happen? I bet, kind of like how we have alphas, I bet there will be some kind of weird wild mega thing going on. Where, like, wild Pokemon are, like, going berserk and mega evolving in the wild or something. And you have to knock them out. I could see that being a thing. And they're basically a new version of, a new version of the alphas. We don't need to do it. We're worrying about Dustox. We don't care about the MMO. But yeah, that's kind of my prediction on what they're gonna do. I suspect something like that, where the whole mega phenomenon is going to play into the story. We'll get our Zora eventually. We don't have to focus on it. Also, I 100% hit the start button well before the error. It just didn't register. I want that to be known. Okay, that. The thing with the wild megas is it won't make sense in, like, context of mega evolutions, because you kind of need a trainer in a pond or whatever, but I could see there being some weird, like, phenomenon going on. Like how we have the space-time rift, which I guess isn't here anymore, so I can't look up at it, but how we had the time-space rift, I wouldn't be shocked if we have the exact same thing, where there's, like, some big central threat that has to do with, like, the theming of the game, and I'm pretty sure the theming of the game is going to be the megas. I mean, yeah, there's probably going to be Zernies and Yveltal and Life and Death and all that, but I feel like the megas are going to play a more role in the story than the Life and Death will. I mean, I'm sure that will quite a bit too, but there's not a lot you can mechanically do with the Life and Death concept unless you want to make it so your Pokemon can actually die. It's Nuzlocke the game, officially. There's been a fly in my room for like, this entire stream. And it literally just landed, like, right on my microphone in front of my face, and I just staring at it. It just will not leave me alone. It's been driving me insane. I don't have a fly swatter on hand. Yeah, I don't think it'll ever happen, but it would be neat. It would be very cool if we got, like, just, like, modes like that available. Officially. The thing is, they don't really need to implement that, is the thing. Like, yeah, they could, but it's not really worth wasting resources on, because players just do it on their own. Plus, let's be real, Nuzlocke rules change now every game. Because it's a lot harder to follow the generic Nuzlocke rules in a 3D game like this. Like, how does the Nuzlocke work for this game? Like, is it just one Pokemon per full area? Or does each named location count? Does the Warren Bridge count as an area? can you pick what Pokemon you catch? Because it's no longer random. It used to be every time you have to catch the first thing you see, but now there's no incentive to make you do that. Because you'll probably see 5 Pokemon all simultaneously, and you just take your pick. So in the end, you just have the same team you want anyways. There's no, like, having to work with what you get. You just end up with your best team, and it's just a matter of not letting them die. So it's kind of a lot different. We're first seen in one per named area. Yeah, but, like, I guess for this one, it's kind of obvious because you go down and there's a Bidoof there. But you could also... Oh, okay, maybe you can't. Well, you probably could. Because if you abuse the render distance... Like, look, right here, I can't see no Bidoof. So I just go... Shinx. I got the Shinx I wanted. But also... Does this count as Aspiration Hill? Or does this count as Horseshoe Plains? There's no indication on screen when you leave one area and go to the next. So you could easily do wiggle room here and say, this is my Aspiration Hill encounter. But you could also say, well, I don't like anything in this area, so this is my Horseshoe Plains encounter. The Horseshoe Plains goes all the way up to here. So I don't know. It's a lot more vague now than it used to be. And I think the whole kind of thing kind of suffers as well. I haven't really found myself interested in trying a Nuzlocke of a new game because it just gets confusing now. Anyways, we're at our 3-hour mark, so it is time to get off here for us. We got close, but we'll finish this off next time. I do think a lot of the appeal with Nuzlocke was the fact that it was the first Pokemon and having to work with what you got, but... Anyways. There we go. That's all for today. Hope everybody enjoyed, along with the literal hour discussion about graphics and Pokemon, which I'm sure no one cared about at all. But, Yep, we will go down and ring again, and I don't know, go some more stuff, I guess. Oh yeah, we do have to keep exploring that. Oh yeah, no, we'll work on, what's her name? Ronnie's quest. Because we're now in that area, we got through that boss, we can go do that now. Yeah, that's what we'll do tomorrow. But, yep. Let's see. With that said, that's all from me, and I hope you guys have a good night. See you tomorrow.